Alright, Tackle Tuesday talk. We are going to go over tubes, one of my staples for smallmouth, largemouth, especially up here in the Midwest. If you live up here, chances are you're going to throw a tube for smallmouth sooner or later. So, first one is a 3-inch tube, and I like to throw that with a 3/8 ounce football jig head, keep it tight to the bottom. Then the next is a 4-inch tube with just a regular tube head, but this is a 4-inch tube, so I pour my own jig heads with an 0.6 to 0.5 hook, so I can get the hook all the way down at the bottom base of the skirt. So the two ways that I don't like about these is with that head out front, those fish can get leverage on this bait and spit it easy. So it's a lot of it has to do with the rod. I run a medium rod, 7'2", Rain Shadow Blank. I make it myself. Just works out really well for me. I run it on that. So then, next way I rig is a Texas rig, but I use a screw lock hook right here. Any size that you prefer. This is not for. But one thing you want to do, make sure you don't do, is screw your tube straight up to the top, because you need that wiggle room in there for your hookup ratio. And another thing you need to do is when you put your hook in here, is line it up and you take your pair of scissors and make a cut. So you're not going through 2 walls of plastic when you go set the hook on that fish. The next, I run it quite a bit on a Carolina rig. Just a regular 0.4J hook, wide gap. Do the same thing with the belly. Cut it open so you have more penetration. But what else I do is I take 3M earplug, whatever, and I cut it off, take half of it, and I shove it up inside the head of that to keep this bait so it allows it to float. Works really great when the fish move out deep in the summer. Run a Carolina rig with anywhere between 24 inches to 3 foot of line on a tube. Works out pretty well for me. And then moving on up for flipping tubes, I go up to a 5-inch tube and go to a 1 ounce tungsten and 0.4 to 0.5 flipping hook. And same thing, you need to make sure when you're rigging your baits this way that you cut that back out open so that hook doesn't have to go through 2 layers of plastic. So I hope this helps someone. Good fishing.